Now, most people won't be interested, apparently, in things like this, where I would argue this is so important because what you're seeing happening in the courts. Look, having a trial by jury is so important. It really is. It's demonstrably the case that they can fast track people who are apparently on the wrong side of history. You know, anybody that says hurty words, whatever else, bang, they're through, and it's rapid. It can be the matter of days. Yeah. And they're very options for legal representation. And even then, you can go into the terminology, but as I've said recently, you've got to start realizing that, you know, why did he send them to certain courts and blah, 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 and, you know, who are these duty solicitors, etc. Yeah? And now when you're seeing articles like this, and I'm not emphasizing any judge here because there's a number of them that are, saying this is just a thing. It's going to happen. It is happening. And you better get used to it. Although some could say, look, these people have already done essentially a lifetime career, blah, 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 or, you know, in the legal field, and they're all at some point retiring, you know, so it's not really going to affect them. But, I mean, you can see it yourself over time. Who's going to want a lawyer if they're so shit that it's going to end up in jail in a matter of days? Yeah. And what I'm saying here is, I would argue in some respects, AI is at the point that if you're involved with it and you know what you're doing, it's probably better representation than what you've got as a duty solicitor. I mean, there's another thing you could say that I was going off at tangents, but you know when you've got these various, I don't know, shall we say, oh, we need to turn up to this and protest against, and remember this is apparently more of the right wing of the same bird, you know, left wing, right wing, same bird. You'd have thought that if they're organising these things, why wouldn't they have access to legal representation? You know, those who are organising these things. You'd have thought, because look, these duty solicitors aren't working. That's demonstrably the case. Yeah? You could go at this at from so many angles, but ultimately, and the speed of which this is coming in, ultimately, it is. It's like that Code 46 from that movie from the noughties. I keep saying examples like Blake 7. Just look for it. Blake's 7, episode 1. And then when you think more, I mean, you can think of so many other sci-fi series where Judgment is some flashing fucking light or some android or whatever the fuck, or, you know, silicon-based life, whatever it's been a direction of travel to nurture in the population at large that technology is the solution for everything. And I would still argue that a lifetime of experience of dealing with humanity in the form of, mind you, it's tough. Who is good solicitors out there or lawyers when their obligation is to something Masonic, the bar at least, you know? And of course, these various organizations that they have to be a member of to practice, you know? It's complex, but seriously, what was it? it's beyond the Judge Dredd. The Judge Dredd types will be could be an example of the enforcers. But initially, it's the UN troops that we've got sitting in hotels around the West and others. But by the day when it's coming to law, you really think about this. Taking out the equation human beings with their own life experiences who might actually say, nah, I don't think this guy is guilty or this woman is guilty or whatever. Where is a judge? Sorry, that's what it says. Within stipulations, bang, that's it. And according to whatever government policy, because there is definitely two-tier on the go. I mean, think about it. We have now cases in the UK where people have sexually molested women, and look, he just didn't know the, Western ways. He just didn't know. You actually have examples of that, where it's, hearty words online, fuck me. Yeah, housewife, whoever, with joke, tough. As long as it's a direction of travel. And honestly, do you see this becoming any better under AI? What you've got for two-tier justice that is absolutely the case just now. Where is this all going to go? It's not going to end. And honestly, this ties into the global citizenship pish. Quite literally, a piece of software will dictate how you live your life, and no, you're needing it. You're needed in Nepal or wherever. Honestly, Code 46, the Sphinx knows all. I mean, it's just like a form of mockery, but from the occultists, it's more than that. It's, well, we told you, and you still went with it. Nothing good will come out of this, and they're now confessing. In a recent report, 89% of 500 legal professionals surveyed used AI in some capacity. Seriously. I'm hearing from people, and they have access to AI software, and they can read it and all the rest of it, and they know that it's AI prepared by somebody else at that end. I mean, it is. It's like wizards and wands and who's got the best software and comes up with the best response. I still, from what I can see, and I'm not in any way skilled in AI. I've gone out my way to avoid it. Some people will say, oh, well, you're just part of the past, Scott. I still think that somebody or some people need to be out there who are, well, minimally dependent on it. And people could shoot that down in flames and say, every time you use a search engine, I get it, all of that and more. But I still prefer books and common sense and life experience, etc. People will say, look, it's here to stay. Be assured this is all ultimately about eugenics and population reduction. And any opposition gets quashed in so many ways. And I'll speak to you soon.